everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
In the criminal justice system, sexually-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Tell me about the girls you run with, first of all. What do you like about the girls you run with?
They're wonderful. They're very uplifting. Anytime something happens, they really tell me keep my head up, keep going. We have more stuff to work on, so they're very supportive.
The start of the race, how did you feel like your team was doing? Were you you think you were in position to get the win?
Yes, it usually goes out like that. Like when we go over first leg, we're usually like first or second, and then I try to like get the lead back up, so we're at least like still keeping the first and second lane.
Gotcha, that's good. And so I've seen the video. From what I can see, you're coming through 3, coming around to 4, and you're really starting to kick it up a notch there and pick up some spots. How are you feeling at that point?
I just know how to do what I have to do. I have to pass them and just get my team back in first place.
Now I know this is going to be tough, but if in your words, can you kind of describe what happened as you were coming through 4 there when the incident happened?
So on the back curve, I had kind of got cut off, and I tried to pass it the first time. So I let her go ahead. So I knew like when I got fully on the curve that I was just gonna have to push through and pass her. So as we were coming up in the middle of the curve, we were bumping arms a lot. So I got a little bit more on the outside of the curve to go around her. When I finally pushed through to get in front of her, that's when she hit me in the head with the baton.
And the bumping of arms, that's pretty common for a race when you're racing alongside her,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay, so she hits you and you go down. I mean, first of all, just what's your immediate reaction? What can you remember?
I was so in disbelief. I didn't even know. Like I didn't know what happened. I just know I got hit in the head and I just fell off the track.
I know that's tough, and I'm sorry. First of all, I hope you're okay. We'll talk about that in a second. Mom, I know I've seen your video, amongst others. Coach McKinley gave that to me. What are you thinking? First of all, as she's coming through the turn, how is she looking to you as someone who's probably seen her run a lot?
Oh yes, but like she stated, she is the second leg, and we're used to watching her just pick up where there's any slack. So as she was coming through the curve, I was like, I told my husband, I said, she's doing what she do. She's it's gonna be all right. They're gonna get back where they need to be. And as she's coming around the curve, as she comes out the curve, and you can see them kind of bumping each other, but like that's this competition, so we expected that. But as she pulled away, just to see the strike, it just, even in our whole section, like the whole section just gasped. We had family come from out of town. Her godparents were here from Myrtle Beach and things, and everybody just gasped because they couldn't believe it. And then when I just saw her go down, all I could do was just run out of the bleachers. I just knew I had to get to her.
So you came out of the bleachers?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
What was it like when you got on the track when you were talking to her?
When I got on the track, the medic had already been there and asked her if she could stand and kind of like walking off to see if she was going to be dizzy or anything. She never completely passed out, just kind of fell off the track. And then, of course, like she said, she was in disbelief. So she was kind of hysterical because she just couldn't believe that's what had happened. So
you come off the track, first of all, so you're getting evaluated by the medical staff. Did anybody from the opposition apologize, make any sort of checks on you, anything like that?
No, not at the time. No one that came on checked on me or anything.
Okay. So has anybody offered any sort of explanation or anything from a VHSL standpoint? I'm just curious what has been said to you, if anything.
I actually, yesterday when we came home, I reached out to VSL. I knew it was after hours, but I left a message and I sent an email telling them what had happened. We did get a call back this morning from VHSL saying that they had received the message and they were investigating and they were, working with the schools. We don't know all of the actions that's going to be taken at this time, but I think my whole thing was no apology. Like no coaches, no athlete, no anything, even if it was an accident, which I don't believe it was an accident, but nothing. And it's been more than 24 hours now. So I guess that was the major thing. My child was hurt and nobody came to check on her.
That's something. from your standpoint, tell me how you're feeling now. Obviously today you get checked out. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling okay. I still have a little headache, but I don't like the fact that it's taking me away from track.
Yeah, I mean, that basically ended your season. Right?
Yeah.
That was your last event. I'm sorry. You said the VHSL is investigating because they haven't responded to my 3 phone calls.
Yes, they are investigating. I guess they're just getting everything together. So
Gotcha.
we're just waiting to see what the disciplinary action will be.
Okay. You don't have to answer this next question. I'm just going to ask it because it came up in the newsroom. Someone said, that could have been a criminal charge for assault. Has anything like that crossed your mind as of yet?
It's always on your mind.
Right. And especially when there was, no apology. So I guess that was like the major thing for me. Just check on my child. Of course, everybody gives their opinion about what they think you should do, but that's also somebody else's child. And I want to take that into account as well. Yes, she definitely struck my daughter more than once, but she is somebody else's child as well.
As much as either of you are willing to tell me, what's the latest from the doctors on your condition? You said you got examined today.
Yes, we took Kaylin to the doctor today. She does have a slight concussion and still with the headaches. They did say she would have to be cleared 24 hours without a headache before they could clear her away from concussion, so no track right now. Also, they examined her where she was struck. It is swollen, and there is a possible fracture, skull fracture. Not sure yet. We'll have to wait till the swelling go down and possibly go back and do some imaging just to see exactly what that's going to be.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. I wanted to make sure I understood. I didn't say anything 6 o'clock. I heard possible. I'm like, I'm not saying that.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about how you're feeling right now. So you have to take some time off. It kind of ended your track season. Just how do you feel 24 hours later about everything that happened?
I still can't believe it. I'm still in shock. Like, everyone's texting me, checking up on me, and I appreciate that. But, like, I'm still trying to take it all in. I can't believe it happened.
What day did this track meet happen, and what exactly was this meet? Was this state? Was this what was qualifying all the state? Give me those details.
It was the state meet. It happened on Tuesday. The state meet was on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah.
Gotcha. And that was March, let me make sure.
March 4th.
March 4th. So this happened Tuesday, March 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Talk to me about, you're on that track, 4x2 race, right?
Yeah.
Talk to me about how the race was going up into that incident. Talk to me about that.
So I received the baton. Our second leg merges, so when I was merging, I was like, okay, I'm doing good. I only see one person in front of me. Then on the curve, I seen something yellow in my peripheral, which was her uniform. And she was so close to me that my baton kept hitting her. And it's either keep hitting her or fall into the metal railing that's on the bank track. So eventually, like, after a couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. She was cutting in when it happened, when she should have waited a little bit longer. But she cut in too quick, so she was so close to me that she got hit when I was running. So, yeah. Then when I hit her, I kept my baton up so I wouldn't hit her again because she was still really close to me. And I thought about, I wanted to check on her, but I knew that I was like, I'm going to just finish the race. I handed the baton off, and then it was already people around her. So after the race, I went to my coach, and he said he's handling it and for me to do my cool down. So I did my cool down. And when I went back up there, he said they offered them a rerun, and they didn't want to do it, and we're disqualified. And he told me to stay around him because he didn't want nothing else to happen,
Definitely. So that whole, the collision that people see, and like you explained it, you're pumping your arm, getting ready to run forward, and that's where that forward motion comes from. That was not you intentionally striking her with that baton, right?
Yeah, plenty, like, people that I don't even know at my school found my Instagram and texted me because they know it's not in my character. Even other track teams like Northview and Manor texted me because they know that's not in my character.
And talk to me about how it's made you feel when you see that video has gone viral and you read the hurtful comments and you see people who don't know you at all making comments like that.
It's like, they're going off of one angle, like, I know what happened, but I don't have enough. Like, they went on the news. I'm just a person by myself. Nobody's going to believe me because I can admit from the video it does look purposeful, but I know my intentions and I would never hit somebody on purpose because of jealousy. It's plenty of people. I know I'm not the best at track. I applaud her for being such a great runner. I would never hit somebody because of jealousy. And it's like, at the end of the day, I'm a child too. And I'm sorry. I didn't intentionally hit her. I didn't know it was going to cause a concussion. I didn't know all of this was going to happen. I would never do that to somebody on purpose. Literally, when I used to play basketball, I literally used to apologize in the middle of the game. Like, nobody does it. Like, I'm not the type to hit somebody on purpose. Like, I've never been in a fight. I've always been in on the road. I never get calls home. So just people making, like, just off of a 9-second video, they're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video. And I have a lot of supportive people around me, so I love them for that. And like, I know it's not affecting, it's just like a lot on me. I'm confident in myself. I know what I did. Nobody's going to make me think that I did something that I didn't do. So that's the way I was raised. I was raised well, so I know. It's just still a lot because it's the whole world against me. And my friends and my peers have been by my side, and I appreciate that. But that's it. It's them against the world, And a lot of different places are posting stuff, and they don't even know what happened, for views or for clicks. They're saying I attacked her when they didn't even hear my side of the story. They're going off of only what she said, and only because she said it and she's hurt. Oh, I'm the bad person. But if you look at the video, you can see she caused me to trip, and when I caught myself, she got hit. Yeah.
Like you were saying, it was like a balance thing.
Yeah.
Like do you feel like either way it went, you were going to either collide with her or something was, how was that going to be?
I knew it was eventually going to happen because even at regionals, the girl, we were our arms were really close to each other, and she waited till she got to a distance in front of me to cut me off. Like, if you're driving a car and you can't merge just because you feel like it, if you get ran into from the back, it's still your fault. But at the end of the day, both of you guys are hurt. Well, I'm not hurt, but I tripped and she got hit, Yeah, like, they don't care about that part. They just care about, she hit. Oh, sorry. She care about, my daughter got hit, so I'm going to get on all of these news stations, and I don't care about how she feels. I don't care about the death threat she's already getting. I'm just going to keep going on different news stations and forget about how she feels when you never even heard my side of the story. My parents apologized on my behalf. I was at school. I can't get on the phone with them. Well, he's on the phone with them, So when I seen her on the news, I was like, she thinks I did it on purpose. Maybe I should text her. like, because I found her Instagram, so I followed her on Instagram to see if she would follow me back, and she blocked me. But some way, somehow, she still wants an apology, but she blocked the contact of me trying to text her because she assumed that I'm just this bad person, you know. So,
and that was y'all's first time competing against each other.
yeah, I didn't even know her, honestly. I don't really pay attention to track and field. I just run and go to practice for, like, because I like the friendship out of it, you know.
And talk to me about how long you've been in track. Like you said, you're really, really good at it and everything. So talk to me about your track and all your sports background.
I started in volleyball. I was captain a couple years in volleyball, MVP 2 years, I think. Track, indoor track. I was going to do basketball, but my friend, freshman year, she was like, Alayla, you should do track with me. So I did track. So I haven't really been doing this for my whole life, but I've been doing it for 4 years. And I've never, not one incident has ever happened with me. Like, not one. I'm good at triple jump. I like triple jump mostly. I got hurt at states last year, which made, but I still placed runner up. I placed runner up because my ankle gave out during triple jump, but you know, things happen. So
talk to me. Talk to me. Just a couple more for you. Talk to me about. I mean, like you said, you came back from the meet Tuesday night. You go to school Wednesday thinking everything's fine. What's happened between Wednesday and now in terms of at school? Like your parents are telling me they're trying to take her out of every sport and everything, right?
That's what the comments were
the
saying.
Media, that's what the media wants. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, excuse me.
Talk to me about how school has been. Like you said, your friends and stuff have been supportive. Have you talked to your track coach much? Are you still on the track team?
Oh, yeah, I'm still on the track team. My track, he's known me. He's actually my volleyball coach and my track coach, so he knows me very well. You know, I wouldn't do it on purpose. Around school, it is everybody, they're like, Alayla, I didn't know that was you. Why did you hit her? And I'm like, it was an accident, you know. But they don't really know what happened. They know that I wouldn't hit nobody on purpose, but from the video, it looks like, you know. But like I said, angles play a big part, and people are going to believe what they want to believe at the end of the day, you know. So,
like you said, you know, you got blocked on Instagram. You haven't had a way to talk to the other young lady. If you had a chance to say what you wanted to say to her, what would you say to her in this moment?
I would, you know, apologize. You know, it wasn't on purpose. I would never hit her on purpose. Congratulate her for the placing, was it runner-up for the 55? I think, I don't really, yeah, runner-up. You know, I'm sorry you couldn't compete for the 300-meter dash, but still, everybody has feelings. So, you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right? It's many, like, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people attacking me, and all of, like, her family is thinking of, oh, my daughter's hurt. So I don't care about her feelings, you know? And at the end of the day, I'm still a minor too. I'm still in high school. I'm worried about high school. I'm worried about getting my teeth pulled. My face is still swollen. I'm worried about my grades. I missed 2 days of school. I'm trying to get my grades together, and all this in my head is people sending me a new page posting it, a new news station posting it. I went to look up something on my mom's phone today, and it was on the Google thing from New York Post. And I'm like, nobody even heard my side. You know, they're just doing it for views, for clicks. But at the end of the day, they're not, like, nobody's considering my feelings. Like, nobody except for my family and my friends.
Yeah. And this is senior year for you, so this makes it even harder.
Yeah.
Right?
And, like, colleges looking at me. But what do you think people are going to think? Like, I know what happened, but from the video, they'll be like, oh, that's that girl. I don't want her on my team, you know? So, yeah, everybody has feelings. So, you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right?
Alayla Everett is a decorated athlete and senior at IC Norcom High School. She would have never thought her trip to the Class 3 track and field state finals last Tuesday would take a drastic turn.
They're going off of one angle.
Alayla visibly emotional because of this video from the meet. This was a 4x200 meter relay race, and she and a Brookville High School athlete were rounding a curve on the track when they nearly collided with each other.
You can see.
After a couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit.
It appears intentional, but Alayla says it was accidental.
But I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose.
Yeah.
I didn't have to see your first video, second video, 10th video. I know 100% that she won't do this to nobody.
Her parents outraged at the backlash. The IC Norcom relay team was disqualified, a ruling that a local USA track and field official finds questionable. He says a play-by-play look shows that the Brookville athlete was running closely to Alayla.
If a person comes up on the outside, they got to be a full stride ahead of me before they can cut in front of me.
The other family spoke with the news station in Roanoke asking for an apology from Alayla, something she wants to give, but she says the other athlete hasn't been receptive, blocking her on social media, and instead the Everett family was served with court papers.
And now we have to go to a city 3 hours away that everybody hates our guts already.
They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video.
This right here seems like it's a message from the mother, she says, of Alayla, the one who hit the person. It says, so when my daughter was illegally cut off due to VHSL's track regulations, here is the still pictures to prove that she really tried her best to keep her balance before incidentally hitting the young lady. You can literally see that my daughter is right on, was unable to move in a normal running motion because the young lady was blocking it. You can also see my daughter losing her balance going toward the bend after the incidental contact. You can see the other young lady's hand go up in the air as well, because that's what happens when you lose balance. My daughter held her right hand in the air for about 6 or 7 more strides to keep from hitting the young lady again. That's why people think it was an attack on her. She was attacking her, SMH. As you watch these pictures, both of their hands, when they lose balance, will look similar. If someone was in front of the other young lady, she would have hit them as well. I mean, you got, this is where it got caught on her shirt at right here. And this is where the hit happened. This is her losing her balance also. Alright, yeah, she's running close to the top lane. Yeah, Vincent Pugh is a track official. He says, in the sport of track and field, in races not run in lanes, the person on the inside has the right of way. The person on the outside must be in ahead of the person to the inside by 1 stride or approximately 7 feet before they can cut in front of a person on the inside. The athlete that caused the interference, outside runner, should have been flagged and disqualified from the race. Once the inside runner was impeded by the outside runner, she lost her balance and arms began to flail in order to maintain her balance. In that process, the baton in her hand accidentally struck the outside runner in the head. This clearly was not an intentional act, as she attempted to reach out to the runner who struck after she abandoned the race. Those who know the athlete can attest that the baton strike was not intentional. I also find a point in the video where there was an umpire to make the call in the vicinity of the alleged infraction. Before you post or repost something, please get the facts. The truth will always prevail. Facts matter, rules matter, character matters. This is the brother of the runner who struck the other runner. My sister was in lane number 1. She wasn't bumping into the girl. That other girl was bumping into my sister. How do you bump into someone that's behind you? The official VHSL rules say that you have to be a full stride ahead, which is at least 5 feet in order to pass the runner. You couldn't have been that far ahead if y'all was bumping elbows. So, yeah, you can see right here in this where that's where it was caught on the back of her shirt. And
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video, back in the confessional, and yes, we stay in the lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wizard, Dillsy, Keisha Lit. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Hit the links down below. We got HiveMindLabs.com where you can unbig that back, okay? And use the discount code everydaypj at checkout. Now, let's get into it, big dog. Well, here you have it. You have both sides. One person who was hit, who believes that it was intentional. The other runner who says it was an accident. Now, I'm gonna give both of them some kind of, well, I'm gonna give the first woman, the woman who got hit, the child who got hit. I'm gonna just say, the girl followed you. I know by using Instagram, some people, if they're not following you, you can't send them a direct message. So she tried to follow her to send her that message so she could see that she's trying to reach out to her. And when the girl blocked her, I mean, you can't get the apology. And I'm pretty sure she's probably frustrated. So it's not like, okay, she knew what she was doing. But I'm pretty sure she was like, look, the girl tries to follow me. And the mom was like, block her. We don't need to. I'm just guessing that the parents was like, no, we're not speaking at this point. It's probably, time has passed on and they probably like, oh, it wasn't quick enough or whatever the case may be. Like they didn't care about her daughter, which anybody would feel that way. So it's not like it's really intentional and like right now they just need a mediator at this point to settle the difference and to, get to the bottom of it. I don't think it was intentional by watching both camera angles. When I first seen this video, I was like, damn. And I didn't even know that this was like something new. I thought this was something old, but this was just last week. So the fact that, everything has transpired and came to the forefront, we now have both sides of the story. So with having both sides of the story, which one do you believe? I honestly believe that the second girl did it on accident. I don't think it was intentional because, you could see it going up her back. Now, did it look crazy? Yes. I was like, damn. Yes, I thought she hit it on purpose. I did. But I didn't say nothing. I don't cry. I didn't make a comment on it. I didn't make a comment on social media. I didn't share it. I just watched it and moved on. Now that I see there's two sides to the coin, basically anybody, y'all can make y'all's own assumptions about what happened. If you still don't believe it was intentional, that's fine, because as a parent, I'm like, if you hit my daughter in the head, like my daughter got elbowed in basketball, and yes, it's frustrating and you want to say something, but in the gameplay, these things happen. Do I think the girl did it intentional? No. But do I think she was being a little rough and aggressive? Yes, because had she not been, that would have never happened. But yeah, she was being aggressive. And this is things that are being taught in basketball. Like when you get the ball and you bam, like if you got like this and a person too close, they're gonna catch your elbow. But that's why you do it. That's why you put your elbows out so people can stay back. And so when you do it, so it is intentional. You know what I mean? Is it necessary? Yes and no. Because it's keeping people back, but it's the way you do it. Like when you throw your arms back, you supposed to, these are supposed to be done in pivot moves. You're not supposed to be twisting your body to throw elbows. And that's what happened. Now, was I mad? Yeah. But all I can say is, baby, when they do that, you gotta back up. You gotta give them room. You can't just jump on the ball. You can't go in there because that's what happens when because you in the game, you're not thinking, but then you bam. So it should have been a offensive foul, and I still stand on that. But at the end of the day, it wasn't called. As much as I want to yell at the refs, I'm not about to. It's part of the game, and you live and you learn. unfortunately, these things can happen. I'm not saying this is part of the game, but it's part of the game. Everyday people, man, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm holla at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as quick as 1 week.